Ayo, greetings and salutations, everybody. I go by the name of Usumuzo Rompo, also known as Upudgambali, for the 2Ks. Aluken, if you don't know, you better ask somebody. Gold shine, gold shine. And welcome to yet another jam-packed, fun and educational session of the Gold Youth Podcast. And as always, I am never rolling solo, never alone. Strapped in right next to me is my co-pilot.
Hi guys, my name is Tina. My son is Futa. I'm 24 years old, and apparently Mzansi actually called me out to come here and talk to you about educational stuff. And thank you very much for joining us today for today's episode. Please make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to this channel, and check out the other episodes.
Yeah.
So, Tabuso,
yeah, bro.
What are we talking about today?
Today we have a jam-packed session, guys. And welcome. You're doing a great job so far. Amazing. Guys, please comment on the comment section if she's doing an amazing job. If she's not, also say. But yeah, today we'll be talking about goal setting, right? Yeah. Especially in the context of exam season. Yeah. You know, exam preparation. You know, when it's exam time, it can bring about a lot of exam stress. There's a lot of expectations, different pressures, maybe from family, from friends, even from yourself, from your teachers. Yeah. But we talk about goal setting and also not just like limiting it to school and exams, but just goal setting in general. You understand? So yeah, that's what we're talking about. And then later on, we have a one-on-one sit-down interview with a high school teacher, Mzansi, who also like shares more on exam, how to prepare for exams, as well as having a grit and a growth mindset, right? But yeah, speaking of exams, how was your final exam experience?
Okay. First of all,
yeah,
thank you for that question, because I needed to talk about this.
Sure. Because
it's like being a grade 12 is like having a lot all at once. It's like you don't, it's like you're not existing, but you are existing. It's like you're living in another life, in the essence of you are focused, you are too focused on the books. You don't get time to actually say, okay, I need this break. Because you're already like pressuring yourself on doing better. And the one thing that I would say, I would say like it was the one thing that I'm taking away. You become sad for no reason.
Sad for no reason?
Yeah. You become sad for no reason. Like, you just want to cry. You just want to... It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's kind of... I would say it's more about... If you can't take the heat, obviously, they say, move out of the kitchen. Yeah. Right? So... you can't move out of the kitchen because you want this. Yeah. And you want this perfect life that you want for yourself. This is what you're planning for yourself. So the pressure is on. It's like, yeah, we're doing this. We're pushing. Yeah. It's not easy, honestly. It's not easy. But, we pull through. Yeah. So my experience with grade 12 was kind of not nice. I would say... during the final exams, it was better because I was prepared more than the March exams, June exams,
September, and such.
Yeah, etc. So when I actually started doing grade 12, I changed my maths to Mathlet. So I had to like manage Mathlet. So when I my first time doing Mathlet, it was like, okay, I got it. But then when it comes to writing,
it's a lot.
It was like, what is happening? I thought I got this, but then probably I'm not smart enough. Like, you start like doubting yourself and all that. So I actually did Mathlet, obviously, grade 12. Term 1 didn't go well. Term 2, not well. Term 3, not well. Definitely not well. And then term 4, I studied so hard that I felt it that this is good. Yeah. I actually did good. because I actually managed to get a 50% out of the whole thing.
And like I like when you say like, but you had a vision, but you want to see your life in this certain way. But in order for you to get there, you have to go through the exam. You can't get out of the kitchen because you're cooking. You know, you wanna get something out of what you're doing.
What I'm doing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
How do you deal with the pressures of grade 12 or exams? How do you deal with it?
What I normally did was I did study, but then when I was tired, I told myself that I cannot not study, because if I would, like, I cannot not take a break just because I am studying in the world of saying I'm studying. So now I can't even breathe for a second.
Yeah.
So what I would normally do, I would actually study whatever subject that I'm coming up with, like I'm gonna
write. Yeah.
So I would actually study, and then if I feel like, okay, this is too much information all at once, I would just stand up, take my phone, listen to music, just to breathe away for a second, just to, even when I was studying with other people,
like in a group,
we would like talk with about other things, just to get out of this for a minute, and then we come back, and then we start again where we left off. Yeah. So for me, studying does not mean like you have to like
sit down and go through
everything, because your mind cannot take the whole thing.
Yeah.
So you have to actually breathe for a second. Give yourself a break. Yeah. Give yourself a break.
Yeah.
That's mostly what I learned during my examinations.
Yeah, and you covered like different things, like working as an individual, working in a group, but also the importance of taking breaks in what you're doing. Yeah, you understand? I feel like I had a sort of a similar experience, like with examinations. There's just the pressure, at home. Your mother is saying 1, 2. At school, your teachers are saying, then your peers, then your community. So there's a lot of pressure.
I was lucky though with the teachers, because teachers didn't know me.
Okay.
I was lucky. I was more like the person who's unknown, who's so quiet, who's like, You don't like speak out or stick out a lot. I don't.
Sure. So there was not many
people that knew me were the teachers that actually taught me.
Okay, you're like class teachers.
School.
Oh, okay, interesting. But I was saying for myself, it wasn't like there was a pressure as well, but I think the things you're saying, like trying out different learning methods, because we all learn differently. Yeah. Some people learn by listening, some learn by watching, some learn by doing. Visual learners, there's auditory learners, there's learners who need to read and write, and then there's kinesthetic learners who learn by doing. So you need to find yourself. What kind of learner are you? Yeah.
What works for you? I think I'm both. I am
which?
I am both, writing and reading. Because what would happen, right? I was doing math, lit, history, life science, and then geography. Yeah. So with those, life science needs you to write down. Yeah. Write down the whole thing. Like, set, like, your book, you must know your book. Yeah. That's what I learned about life science. You must know your book. You must know when. You must know, like, what happened that day. Like, you have to know, okay, my teacher told me this today, and I need to work on it. Yeah. So with math and geography, it's the same thing. But with history, it's like, okay, there's an essay. Okay, let me write down some notes. Yeah. But you writing those notes won't help. You have to read it through again and again and again. It has to sink. You can even create a song. You can even create a song out of it, because it's like, okay, I'm going to this paper and now I'm going to write this essay. And the next thing that you don't want is for it to just flash. You're going to be stuck. You're going to be stuck, and the time,
so you need different ways to remember things. Yeah. No, that's awesome. Sounds like a fun fun experience, but also like it kind of challenges you.
It was challenging.
You know?
Ooh, what do you mean?
Kind of challenges you as well. But yeah, thanks for sharing. So as said, today we're talking about goal setting and the importance of setting smart goals, right? So we'll go deep into that. So the thing is, like, everyone has a right to dream.
Yes.
Everyone has a right to plan and work hard to achieve things that they want to change, and also things that will benefit the people that are close to them. Maybe you want to benefit your family or your community. You know, everyone has a right to do that.
You know,
Yeah.
I've also, like, I noticed, like, people nowadays, they don't believe in the essence of dreaming as everyone has a right to dream.
Yeah.
So, like, people now, like, that's a TV thing.
Yeah.
You watch TV a lot. There's those
People don't support dreams.
They don't know the power of having a dream.
Yeah.
And actually working towards the dream. They don't know it. They just believe in that whatever you're dreaming, it's a TV life.
Yeah.
It's never gonna happen.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that is like that's the majority of people.
Yeah.
But there are people who still have dreams, and it's important that I mean, even you watching, like, right now, like, your dreams are valid, and you have a right to dream. You have a right to change. You're like to see a better life for yourself, to see a better life for your family, to see a better life for your community. Even if people around you don't believe in your dreams, even if people around you are not watering the seeds of your dreams that's in you, but you still have a right to dream. But then it's important to understand that it does not end by you dreaming. You can't, for example, now it's exam season. You can't be saying, I dream of passing with the 80% and above, right, with a distinction. But that's the dream. It's beautiful. But now, how do you work towards the dream? You understand? Achievements don't just happen. Behind every achievement is a goal, and behind every goal is a person who set that goal and decided to make it a reality. Understand? So it's important to have dreams and you know, vision. Have a vision for your life. Like, maybe in the next 10 years, I want to be an educator, I want to be a teacher, I want to be a policeman. That's great, that's beautiful. But you understand, but you're not just going to get there by just dreaming. You have to put in the work, and you have to set smart goals.
Yeah.
And that's what we're talking about today, right? You have dreams and a vision for your life. You set goals to help you get there. You must plan your goals. Then you must take action on your plans to overcome obstacles so that your vision becomes a reality. So it starts with a vision. And once you have a vision, and then you set your goals to get you to that vision, to that place where you want to go, right? And then once you've set that vision, now you plan how to achieve your goals and how to overcome obstacles in order for you to make your vision to become a reality. Understand? So, that's basically what we're talking about. And if you're still asking yourself, baby, what is a goal? How would you define a goal?
I would say a goal is anything that you want to achieve in this life.
Yeah.
It can be from 2 years from now. It can be from 10 years from now. But I wouldn't put it in that essence of that's a goal. But I'll also add to that. You also add into this thing called goal.
Yeah.
Because you are doing the work.
Yeah.
Because you're working towards your goal.
Yeah.
The one that you actually want.
Yeah. So it's things that you want to achieve.
Mostly, yes.
It's like a place you want to get to. It's like the
like a
destination.
But
yeah,
I would say that's a destination, because when you get there, you would wanna, like,
there's still more.
There's more.
It's like
there's more to it.
It's like Nelson Mandela said: once you've climbed a great mountain, you find that there are many more mountains to climb. I think Nelson Mandela said that, but we'll see. But it's like after achieving something great, you can dream more goals.
Yeah,
you can have more goals.
You can have more great things happening to your life.
Exactly, and it's what you're saying. So there are different types of goals. So there are short-term goals. Short-term goals usually take like a week to 6 months, anytime from there. A short-term goal. So let's say my short-term goal for this week is I want to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning and work out. That's a short-term goal. I can do that within the next 6 months, right? And then we have what we call medium-term goals. So a medium-term goal is a goal that you want to achieve, or a destination that you want to reach within 6 months to a year. That's a medium-term goal.
Yeah.
And then we have long-term goals. So long-term goals can take anything from 2 years, 5 years to a lifetime, right? So I have a long-term goal. I want to build my family a house. I want to build my family a home. I want to go to university and graduate and become a graduate at home. I want to follow and pursue a certain career. So those are long-term goals. So there are different types of goals. You understand? So to achieve our goals, we need to decide what are we aiming to achieve. You need to have a clear vision of what you want. You can't just say, my long-term goal is to be an educator. You have to be very specific. So what subjects do you want to teach?
Yes.
At what level
would you want to actually pursue your dream?
You know, is it in foundation phase, intermediate,
or
that one?
There's intermediate, oh my god, foundation, intermediate, and then
senior. The senior phase.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, so you have to decide so very specific about your goals, you understand? So it even says you have to be smart about your goals. Then what can you tell us about SMART goals? What those are and what do they look like?
Okay, I would put this in simple, because I want to break the word down. Because in my experience, I would think SMART stands for specific. Like, you being specific about this dream that you actually want. It's more like you know exactly what you want. You don't want to be next to it, but you want to be there.
Specific,
like
specificity.
Exactly.
Yes.
You know where you're going. You know what is it that you don't want to be the next thing that is next to this thing that you want. Nah, you want this one. Yeah.
So your goal must be specific.
Exactly. What is it that you want?
I want a code 7 in maths and English this term.
Don't say nah, even if you code 5 right.
No,
it does not work like that. I want a code 7.
I want a distinction so you must specific.
Anything specific.
Okay.
And then I'll say goes for measurable. It must be measurable. It must be measurable in the essence of, like, how long will it take you to actually get there?
Yeah.
Is it gonna take you months? Is it gonna take you a year? Is it gonna take you years? You know.
Yeah, so you can measure, so that you can measure your success.
Yes.
By have you reached your goal or not? Okay.
Because you're gonna tell yourself, okay, in 6 months I need to buy myself an iPhone.
Okay.
What are you doing in that period of 6 months? What are you doing? Let's say per se, I'm actually doing pure maths with physics, and and then I decide the day before that, I want to get a code 7 on maths. Did I do anything to show myself that I want to do that?
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
The night before.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I just told myself, I want to get a code 7, but I didn't work on that. I didn't work towards that. I did nothing. So, and attainable, is it like attainable? Can you actually contain the whole thing? Like, can you contain your dream? Can you actually do this? Or are you, like, the one thing I hate is actually being consistent on a dream that you see that if I'm seeing myself like this now, then I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to lie. I'm not trying to change anything for other people.
Yeah.
But I feel like if something does not work for you, you already know it does not work for you.
Yeah.
Then you also have to find something that's gonna work for you.
Yeah.
In that essence, it's gonna be, you're not gonna feel stupid, not dumb. You're gonna know, I'm good at this. You're gonna find out what you are good at.
Yeah.
Because people who do maths, physics, science, they do know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like, you have to know what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's how I would say attaining the dream, like the goal.
You can attain it, you can hold it, you can own it, you can, yeah, get you. Yeah.
Because now, if you don't actually pass that maths and physics, now your dream is like
fading
away.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying it needs to be attainable. It must be something that you're gonna own.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And move forward with that.
Okay.
So our R stands for realistic.
Okay.
Of course, it must be realistic. Oh my God, guys, you can't be saying, "Nah, I wanna be Iron Man." Because what?
But Elon Musk is Iron Man though. But okay, it's fine. Realistic.
Realistic.
Yeah.
Please, let's be realistic.
Yeah. When
You
you're setting
can't
your
be
goal,
saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna be Spider-Man," and you know,
Yeah.
realistic.
So like things that you can realistically attain, or a goal
Like,
that you can realistically
Really
reach.
do, like, you know, when you. I'm not saying like people shouldn't like do things because they are failing or something, but there are people who tell themselves, even if I'm failing, I am gonna do this.
Yeah.
They are persistent about it, and because they are persistent about it, they can get there. Even if it takes 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, they do get there. You know.
I get you. Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I'm saying realistic. It must be real.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then let's talk about our T. It stands for timely.
Spill the
Now-
tea. Spill the tea.
Oh my God. The T.
So it's timely.
So timely, it's like time, the period, obviously. It's time, like, when are you doing this? When are you going to do the planning?
Yeah.
You must plan it, put time on it. But okay, at the end of this year, my report is gonna look like this.
Yeah.
That's time. End of the year,
Yeah.
right? And tomorrow I'm going to start a new job that you always wanted. Tomorrow is like the day after you sleep, and then you wake up, you feel good because you know you're going to start a new job,
Yeah.
and knowing that you're gonna time. Yes.
So that's smart.
That's smart.
Wow. So thank you so much. Flavor to you. So yeah, so you need to set smart goals in order to
Yes.
achieve what you want. So smart, you said, must be specific.
Specific.
Very specific what I want. So
What you want.
specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. Right. So okay, wow, that's amazing. So as we are approaching the exam season, even in life in general, if you have goals that you want to achieve, make sure that you set smart goals. You sit down with your goal. Is my goal specific? So I'm saying I want to live a healthier life. What does that mean? Be specific. And does it mean that I have to work out? Does it mean now I have to stop engaging in activities that are not good for my health? Does it mean that I have to change my friends? But be specific and measurable. You measure it. Attainable, realistic. Is it real? And time bound as well. But yeah, thank you so much. All the best with your smart goals, and hopefully you reach them, and let us know how it goes on the comment section. Please remember to like this video, share this video with your friends, subscribe, and check out other videos on this channel. Sister, what study tips can you share? So you've already spoken like on teamwork, working as an individual. Talk about singing. What other study tips can you share?
I would say, as people, we have a different way of studying.
Yeah.
There are people who are comfortable studying alone. There are people who are comfortable studying with other people, because by sharing an information, it helps you to also gain information.
Yeah.
Because the more you talk about it, the more it sinks in.
Yeah, by you, yeah.
So with history, it's like that. As I mentioned before, like talking about it, it helps you gain more knowledge about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And with math, writing it down, doing it over and over, like taking like question papers from the years from
previous years. Yeah.
That can I don't wanna lie, that actually helped me a
Sure.
lot, because I knew nothing about maths. I didn't even know the basics.
Yeah.
But I did my best, actually passed, and I was like, okay,
Well done.
I pushed myself to do this.
Yeah.
So as I was saying, Davoso, like in this context, right?
Yeah.
Trying to study, it can be like different for other people.
Yeah.
But as people who study as groups, you don't get home and be like, yo, okay, I studied today and you go to bed. No. Go back to the thing that you were studying. Do it again.
I get
Do
you.
it again.
So you study with the group, but also when you get home, you study
get home,
also
do
on
it
your
again.
own. Yeah, because when you're writing,
Do it again.
you are alone. Yeah,
Exactly.
Sure.
Because you might say, we're sitting there and then you're doing your math and like, oh yeah, I get it. You get home,
Yeah.
you sleep, you wake up, you're saying, yeah. But when you get to the paper, you're
Yeah.
going to be like, what was it? What was it again?
Yeah.
What was it again?
So your study tips include studying in a group, and then also studying as an
Studying
individual.
That you have to. You have to.
Well, another study tip.
Another study tip is actually like try with those things that have more information.
Yeah.
Talk about it, like conversate about it. I would say something like history and geography.
Yeah.
Talk about it. Explain, like talk about it. Even using your home language.
Yeah.
Because that's when you're gonna understand what is it that you're actually talking about.
I get you. Yeah.
You don't have to, everything that you're saying is gonna be English. Try to break it down.
Yeah.
Break it down. Write down. Like do something that is gonna actually, that you know it's gonna help you. But honestly, breaking it down and talking about it even with your language, that works.
That was like one of the advices that one of my high school teachers gave, actually, was that with subjects like history and life sciences, and you can take whatever
the
language,
subjects that have more information,
that are content based, was like, understand the story, understand it so that you can tell it in your own way, because sometimes we want to like cram definitions. Photosynthesis, then you read in the photosynthesis is the process whereby plants make food for themselves by absorbing light. Ne? Is that the one?
Yeah, something like that.
Ne? And then so you read it like that, or maybe the teacher teaches you like that, or in the textbook you read like that, and then now you wanna cram it and memorize it like that. But that's a problem, because now when you get to the exam, you forget one word, one letter, now the whole thing is gone. You understand? So that's one of the other things, is like what you're saying, learn and understand the content so that you can also like write it in your own way.
Yes, exactly.
And by so doing, you also avoid things such as plagiarism. Do you have any other study tip?
Oh no, I don't have any more.
No.
But all in all, I would like to say, whatever you do, whatever you study, if you feel like it's too much, take a break.
Yeah.
Read.
Take a break. It's important, man.
You don't want to get in another level of trying to kill yourself because of the books.
That's true.
Take a break.
And understand yourself as a person. Also, I think another thing that's important when you're doing final exams, or just exams in general, or just challenges and goal setting, it's important to have a supportive network around you, a support structure, be it either your peers, your family, your friends, your facilitators, your educators, your teachers. You understand? But have a support network that will support you and hold you and keep you accountable during the time, or even having a study buddy, someone that you study with. Just have a good support structure, a support network around you that will hold you and keep you accountable in this time. But all the best with exams, and remember to set smart goals in order to achieve what you want. Remember, you're bringing your vision to life, so set smart goals and see where that goes, right? One thing that you can do during your study break, just to calm down, calm your mind, is to play the Youth Capital Tetanga Unemployment Card game, and you're going to get right into it right now.
What is your biggest fear going into this conversation about youth unemployment?
Yeah.
Is it about it?
What is your biggest fear going into a conversation like this about youth unemployment?
About youth unemployment.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good question. Oh my god, that's a good question. Pravine.
Yes, ma'am.
I would say my fear is that the youth of today, we don't want to go to school. to further their studies.
Yeah.
Possibly it might be their certificates, they don't reach the requirements, you know. But my fear is for the fact that they think like being here around Ikasi works.
Yeah.
They don't understand that you're gonna be stuck in the house the whole day doing nothing, and then the next thing that you do is gonna be suicidal because there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
When I say nothing, I mean nothing. You can do your house chores, your whatever, but at the end of the day, there's nothing you can hold on to. But also, my fear is that being unemployed as a young person, or not being able to get into university because you don't require for a certain
You don't qualify for like a module or a course.
Yeah. My fear is that you're gonna be like stuck, not knowing what to do next.
Yeah.
And by the time you actually say, okay, I want to do this, it's never too late, right? But it'll be like, yo, it's been that long for me to actually know what I want after so many years that have passed without me doing nothing.
Yeah.
Like the fear of doing nothing.
That's your biggest fear.
Doing nothing. That's my biggest fear.
Wow. Yeah, thanks for sharing. Yeah, because definitely being unemployed and being a young person, maybe a young graduate, just came out of high school, just came out of varsity, but just being young, youth and unemployed can have its own pressures, own stress, and the fear of doing nothing, because now, even at home you start getting treated differently, even your community starts treating you differently. And you see, now as we are young adults, we are role models to the young children in our communities. Now, how can you role model positivity if I'm unemployed? Now I'm role modeling unemployment, you understand? Also, like, bearing in mind that in SADC as a whole, the percentage of youth unemployment is high, so it's challenging, and now it challenges as a person. But how do you then find other means and ways to be an economically independent young person? Is it you starting your own business? Is it you going to entrepreneurship? That sort of thing. You understand? But yeah, thank you for sharing your fear. Sister, do you have any final thoughts on today's topic?
The only thing that I would say is that whatever you do, wherever you are, whatever you do, if you are a school learner, like if you are a learner, don't give up. Don't drop out, because nothing is gonna work for you. I don't wanna lie, dropping out is not the option.
Yeah, well, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah,
it's not the option.
You must.
So just push, man.
See it through.
Don't give up.
See it through.
Don't give up.
That was beautiful. That's beautiful. See it through and talk about it. Reach out to your network, and we always say on the Gold Youth podcast, reach out to your nearest facilitator intern. Reach out to your nearest Gold Youth program and see how you can be involved and what support you can get from them. You understand? But yeah, definitely see it through. Don't give up. Remember, you have a vision of where you want to see yourself. You have a vision of where you want to see your life. You have a vision of where you want to see your community and your family. And this is just an obstacle. You understand? And there'll be obstacles in life, but it's about how do you overcome those obstacles. We hope that you enjoyed and learned something from today's episode. Thank you very much for joining us today. Please make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to this channel, and check out other episodes that we have short, right? In conclusion, we also had a one-on-one sit-down with Masbambane High School teacher, Mr. Ncedane, and also engaging with him on, how to prepare for exams, some study tips, and as well as going into what is a grit and growth mindset. and what are the difference between the two, and how can you use have a grit and growth mindset, and how can it help you in your life. So yeah, please check out that insight coming up next. Otherwise, from us, we just like to say thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the flip side. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Like, I wanted to ask, what do you think of like the time when you were in high school, ne?
Yeah.
And now, like, what do you think of? Because now, if you remember a geography teacher, I think, assuming it was someone who was older, like the teacher, but now like we have younger teachers, and like, you know, the younger generation. What do you think that has? How do you think that has affected the education system? Like,
Well, time have changed. Time has like, changed so much. I don't know. I think education, I would say, it used to be like more formal back in the days.
yeah,
There was not much use of technology at the time, but now with this generation, they are so invested in technology. So now the focus has shifted from the traditional way of delivering content and knowledge. So everything is easily available online.
Yeah.
And also we are allowed and encouraged to use technology in teaching. So
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So now we have to incorporate technology in each and every thing that we do.
Yeah.
Because the youth is busy with technology.
Yeah.
And it makes things easier to deliver content and also to access information. So
Oh, that's dope. I didn't know that now you're allowed to use so like technology like projectors and
projectors, laptops, sometimes phones if you are doing research.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
oh, that has changed. I wish it was like that, like when I was back in high school, because yeah, you know,
It has made things easier, I would say, the role of technology
Yeah.
in education.
yeah, it's the whole fourth industrial revolution
Yeah.
kind of moment. Okay, so like, you know, it's exam season.
Yes.
A lot of pressure comes the exam season. You must pass. There's pressure from your family,
Parents, community,
Yeah.
teachers, also from yourself.
from yourself, yeah, even internally as well, because you have goals.
Exactly.
You understand? And a lot of students, some of them, they have their study methods, they have ways that are working, they have plans, they have goals. It's the end of the year, and I want to pass with maybe a code 7 or a code 6. You understand? What advice would you give to a learner right now?
Yeah, what I would advise them is to focus. There's a lot of pressure, and most of them are already suffering from anxiety attack. In fact, I used to also have anxiety attack.
Yeah.
When it comes to certain subjects, and also the expectations from your teachers, from your church, from your street, people that like you and people that don't like you.
Yeah.
You have to make it, and also you have goals, and your family is expecting so much from you.
Yeah.
And so it's a very challenging time. I think what we need to do is to support these learners. Also, you have to just make sure that they eat healthy, they have food, they have water, they take breaks in between their study sessions, because it's impossible to grab everything at once. So you have to break your study session, and then to make sure that you give each and every subject the time that it deserves. And yeah, that's how I made it.
Yeah.
So I started from the word go, so the pressure never got to me. When it comes to this time, I already was done with everything. I was just making sure that I've got it. So I think they need support, and they also need to do their part, and then God will obviously
do the rest. Yeah. Yeah, you heard it straight from the teachers now, but you know, as much as you have support, but you also have to push yourself now. You need to apply yourself, not to apply your work. Hopefully that works for you. You know, you might take it. Choose what is to vet. Take what works for you, and because not everything's gonna work for everybody.
Exactly. People have different strategies.
Yeah. So take what works for you, and all the best. I wanted to ask, what do you think are some of the common things that successful people have?
They have passion.
Okay, passion. Yeah, passion is a big one.
Highly organized.
Yeah.
They manage their time very well. Time
Sure.
is important to them and to us and everyone else.
Yeah.
In fact, in everything that you do, our quote from the Bible says like there's time for everything.
Yeah.
Time is the biggest contributing factor to success.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have to just manage your time, and also you have to focus.
Yeah.
Focus, manage your time, have passion, obviously.
Passionate,
and
yeah.
Also find what works for you and then follow that.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Okay, that's dope. The reason I'm asking, there's an essay that was written by Albert Gray. Yeah, so Albert Gray is an author, but it's a short essay, 4 pages, says the common denominator of success. Yeah, bo? And then according to Albert Gray, he says the common denominator of success is that the secret of success for every person who has ever been successful, anybody you can think of, lies in the fact that the person formed the habit of doing things that other people don't like to do. Yeah, bro. What are some of the things you don't like to do?
Yeah, like waking up.
That's what I was gonna say. That
putting in the work. Yeah,
you know.
The thing is, also success has something to do with knowledge.
Yeah.
So the difference between the rich and the poor is what they know, and us, I like to say us, we are still trying. So
what do you mean us?
I don't know, the majority.
The marginalized.
So I think the marginalized. I think it has to do with knowledge and also the knowledge that we have. At some point, we need to apply it. In order to succeed or to be successful. So success lies in not much in a column of prayer. Yes, you can pray for success, but at some point you have to put in the work.
Yeah.
And also, you have to put in the work and you will succeed.
Yeah.
It's not in a column. Someone says it's not in a column of prayer, but in effective decision making.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, and also you have to do what the majority doesn't like to do.
Yeah.
You see, because these people, they wake up at 4 a.m. They're up. Their day starts at 4 a.m. And even if they go to malls, they there before 8 when the shop, banks and everything opens, they done their things. When the majority comes, they're already out.
Yeah, sure.
Like to be stuck and
chaotic, where there's a lot of energy.
So they do things differently. I would say if you do things differently, obviously you can have different results. But if you keep doing the same thing and you won't get the desired results, so you have to change and when you reach it, you have to at least try different strategies. Success is a constant thing that you have to maintain and work on every day.
It requires discipline. And
there's a lot of discipline.
I love what you're saying, like passion. So knowledge, they say knowledge is power. Knowledge actually not power. Applied knowledge is power. That's what you say.
I said you have to apply it at some point. If you know stuff, then you do it, and that's what the majority do. That's why there's so many few successful institutions. Also success as far as like other people value deem money as success. Others maybe marriage and being educated and maybe acquiring certain things that they want in life. They would have achieved their goals, and then that would be success to them.
We define it differently, but even though we define it differently, there are some common factors, and one of them, as you mentioned, is passion. And also, like according to the essay, right, it's like people became successful because they did what other people don't like to do. So it's the waking up, it's the gymming, it's the discipline, it's the consistency, organizing, and all that. And then it continues. It says like people form habits, and habits form futures. If you do not deliberately, if you do not deliberately form good habits, then unconsciously you will form bad ones. You are the kind of person you are because you have formed the habit of being that kind of person. The only way to change is through habits, right? And then the essay continues, but those are just some of the extracts from it. And then it speaks about, there's also a growth mindset and a fixed mindset. Do you understand those concepts? And like how do you explain
it? My perception on growth mindset and fixed mindset. Okay, fixed mindset would be I know everything. Then therefore you cannot grow if you think you know everything. So it's impossible to know everything. You have to have a growth mindset, meaning that you must be teachable, you must be willing to learn. And then if you are able to learn, you acquire more knowledge, and if you have more knowledge, obviously you you're gonna make informed decisions, and you're gonna grow.
You're gonna grow. Yeah.
Growth is inevitable if you are willing. To even listen to the next person.
Yeah.
So growth mindset, that means you are willing to listen, you are teachable, you are willing to learn.
Yeah.
The other mindset is be like you are narrow-minded, you have fixed ideas,
Yeah.
you know everything, I'm better, and you're not gonna grow.
Yeah. And then exactly, there's no growth in the fixed mindset. In the fixed mindset, because like some people are like, I was born like this.
Yes.
Maybe I was born with this, with no talent, or with this much talent, or this situation I was born to. And people accept with fixed mindset, they accept, but I was born like this, therefore, like like my whole life will be determined by what I was born with in my situation, right? But people with the growth mindset, exactly what you're saying, but there's always room to learn. This what I was born with is just a starting point, and then I can add to this. Yeah, you understand? Yeah, so because the reason the fixed mindset, because there are people sometimes when it comes to exams, someone will be like, "Hey, me geography, I was not born for geography," or me, I was not born for maths.
It's always
I don't even match mine.
People have different struggles when it comes to content and subjects.
Yeah.
So others, what I find easy is difficult for the next person, and what is easy for them
but it's difficult for you. Yeah. But so there's all people like, fixed mindset, maths is not for me. And then if you accept that, that's gonna be your reality. Yeah. But if you have a growth mindset, it's like, okay, I'm struggling with this, but how do I deal with it?
Yeah, I think a growth mindset would be identify your weaknesses, and your strength, and then work on your weaknesses, and then that's where you're gonna grow. Identify the problem, be teachable, willing to learn, and then you can then
grow from there. But fixed mindset, growth mindset, it's your choice. What do you choose? Do you choose to be stagnant, and that determines your whole life, or do you choose to actually try and grow and be a better person and become what you want to be? This has been the interview section with one and only Mzansi. Thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for your time. Any last words that you want to share?
Thank you for having me. Thank you to God for the platform. Shout out to your listeners. Whatever you call them.
But thank you so much. Peace. Take care. Thank you.